Let's do a fun hypothetical for one moment, if we could, as a family. Let's say you had, for the sake of argument, 5 million subscribers. You have a big presence online, and you're known as basically a good guy that catches a bunch of predators. And I'm not using any names yet, but let's say that's you. And then somebody critiques you saying, hey, they know you catch a lot of predators, and I think that some guy might use that as an advantage against you for clout, and it may be bad. And you say, okay, you're insulting me. You're insulting me because you're saying that the good work that I do can be possibly critiqued. So you're saying you like predators, and then the other person has 50,000 subscribers and you have 5 million. Now, do you A, ignore this very small critique of you because you can take that blow to you because you realize that you are much larger, or B, because you know you're never going to lose this argument because you have a bigger number in any capacity, just kind of attack the smaller person? Well, that's what JiDion did. Now, JiDion, I'm going to ask you a favor. This is really important. Just hear me out here. Don't react to this. Click off this video. As a matter of fact, be the bigger person and leave. Don't even worry about this. No matter how many people send this to you, I encourage you to never watch this video because I'm going to hurt your feelings. And I don't want your feelings hurt. Now, I don't think you're going to cry, because I know you're not going to cry, obviously, over some random black guy that looks messy and has his nail painted. I'm so feminine, right? Go ahead and say something misogynistic and sexist. Have fun with that. Have a fun time doing that. Anyways, you're used to doing that. You say it a lot. I'm going to probably hurt your feelings, so I don't want you to get your feelings hurt. I'm saving you from getting your feelings hurt. So, please, click off the video, be a bigger person, and don't worry about somebody who doesn't even have 1/10 of the size that you do. Anyways, I'm now going to critique you as a person.
We reacted to this video titled "Stop Giving Predators Attention," and in that video, he was getting on to me, saying that I was giving the dude that was saying, oh, I'm DMing 100 minors until I meet JiDion. He was saying that I'm giving him attention and all of that. And I was like, hey man, you know, that's a fine point to have, but I feel like it's a moot. Someone in the comments told me it's not mute, it's moot. I feel like it's a moot point when you're telling me to stop giving predators attention, and then in that same video, you're giving same said predator attention, you know? And he never even reacted to he never even watched my video, so he never even saw the points that I made in my video. He just saw that I made the video, and then he made a video about me, right? So we had a debate on my live stream, and you know, he hit me with a lot of keywords, like I'm watering down his argument. I'm committing logical fallacy, you know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? And then yesterday he dropped another video on me called "The Evisceration of Donut Man Cry Baby."
My first issue with your statement is that you're comparing a guy with 50,000 subscribers making a video giving something attention to you, who, if you make a video about anything, everybody's going to now know about it. That's going to give that person innumerable amounts of clout as opposed to the other person. It is such a difference in scale. The issue in difference is the scale between the two things. That's the big issue. And by the way, I think FDH is like, what, 17? I think he's a 17-year-old. Now, I know you're not much older than 17. Your brain just got done calcifying. You're 25 years old. So I'm sure that you think that you can do no wrong because you catch predators. Now, JiDion then proceeded to go ahead and essentially bring him on the stream.
What's up, DH?
No, honestly, I wasn't gonna answer, but that last comment that you read, I feel like that really like cut through a lot of like the fat. I feel like that's a really good place to start, like on some just like cordial energy.
Like about the ivory tower?
Yeah, where it was like he was trying to hold both of us accountable. Like that was the best comment you read, because I feel like that just kind of set the tone.
You see, man, not everybody that watches me is brain dead, man. Like, you can't just look at the chat. I always tell people, I tell them, I have this mindset.
No, they were definitely calling me a pedophile though. Like, there's definitely.
But that was the chat. But when you read the comment section, when people have the chance to put
up
their
their people in the chat too. It was people in the. I know that's not on you, but I'm saying it does exist though. I'm not bullshitting. That does exist.
I know it does exist, but I try to call them out because it devalues that word. I don't think you're a PDF defender, and I don't think you're a PDF either. I don't think any of that about you.
Okay, but so why do you want to have a conversation? I just want to know what your intentions are.
Man, I mean, you know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot of key buzzwords, right? I'm committing logical fallacy. You know, a lot I just watched the video. Granted, I didn't watch the last minute, but it just kind of like sounded like an outro. But
it was an outro.
I just feel like your video was very disingenuous. I feel like you cut out a lot of my points. I feel like you misrepresented a lot of the stuff that I was saying. You made the video of me crying seem like I was crying about you when you know for a fact what I was tearing up about, reflecting on. And I'm done, because I feel like I understand, man, when you talk about someone's content, they put their blood, sweat, and tears in that. Like, I understand that there's a lot of, emotions towards that. So I don't feel any type of way that you feel like that. I always just assume, because I'm just so used to smaller creators hitting me up, asking me for advice. People smaller than you hit me up, be like, how do I do this? How do I do this? And I've always been of the belief of just keep it a buck with me. Don't lie to me, And genuinely, when I see your videos, like, your thumbnails and titles, I think take away from a lot of the substance of the stuff you actually say in your video.
JiDion. Okay. Dang, I thought we were having a come to Christ.
But no. I was just gonna say, I'm not gonna say. All I'm gonna say is I'm not. But I can tell you don't want to hear my advice, man. You don't care what I have to say, and that's fine.
And that's the thing.
JiDion, I think you gave very good advice to this very young kid. You are 25 talking to a 17-year-old. He obviously is doing this to get ahead on YouTube because nobody wants to watch positive content on YouTube. Obviously, people enjoy drama. Hell, people might click on this video because I'm calling you out at this exact moment. But and then I kind of didn't watch any of your content, JiDion. So as opposed to just like ignoring everything you did, I wanted to see exactly how you are as a person. The more I discovered you following Christ and doing all this stuff religiously, I think that's very powerful. I think that's very beautiful because you used to be very big with prank content. I never watched any of that stuff because I don't watch prank content on YouTube. I really just watch cooking videos. So now I know how you are as a person. And now I just don't like how you are as a person, actually. Now I just kind of don't like how you are as a person, which is very interesting to discover. The part that really stuck with me about this entire thing is when you tried to go band for band with him, which didn't make any sense to me. Why did you try to money ego a 17-year-old? That was insane. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because this is really weird.
Your boy made $6,300. This is what DH is mad about. DH is mad about $6,300. You know what? Hold up, chat.
After that was a very beautiful moment where he donated all the proceeds from his stream and donated the proceeds from anybody that donated to Women's Help Shelter. It was amazing. It was a beautiful moment. And JiDion, you have my absolute respect for doing this. It was beautiful. It was an amazing moment, and you turned the beef into something good. I don't like the fact that you how do I phrase this? Told him to donate his proceeds to the women's shelter as well, as if you were trying to morally ego somebody just because you have more money, making you a better person. Seems a little bit odd. It just seems a little bit strange to do that, to be quite honest with you. I guess you guys were going moral ego for ego, but it's really just punching up versus punching down at the end of the day, because you have vastly more resources, more connections, and more people than he does. And even at a certain point during the stream, you called I'm Dante and said, you know about this guy FDH, which was really weird. Was that not weird?
Yo! I don't even mean to get you in no drama again, but do you remember a YouTuber named FDH?
FDH.
Yeah, he made a video about you like 2 years ago, and you reacted to it.
I think so. Wait, I think so, yeah. Wait, what happened?
So, to make a long story, someone in your chat said, not that nigga. That's what I'm trying to remember, because I don't remember, because someone in chat just reminded me, but I don't remember what happened. That's why I was asking you. Like, if you remember what that video was about.
I don't even remember. I just remember he just didn't like me. I deadass, I don't even remember what it was for.
Bro, man, he don't like me, bro. He's
really?
Bro, go on his channel, type in FDH, go on his channel real quick and look at the last 3 videos.
I could go over the misogynistic comments you make constantly about people acting zesty and all this other stuff. I could do that. I'm not gonna do that because I don't care about that. That's horrifically unimportant. But it's the fact of the matter that you got your content creator buddy to come in and jump on this smaller content creator. It just doesn't sit right with me. And I think it's you as your mindset more so is so inherently childish despite the overwhelming amount of good that you do. And that is my biggest criticism of you. And I don't need you to be a perfect person. I need you to understand that you are doing bad things. I think JiDion, if you've ever seen this video, you might, I don't know, you love watching stuff that dogs on. You love talking about drama and beef for no reason. I don't care. You have done meaningful things. Predator catching content, exposing awful behavior online. I believe all those things deserve deep recognition, and none of that suddenly erases every other action you taken afterward. I think somewhere along the line, a lot of creators start confusing I have done good things with my behavior is automatically good. Two completely different things. Just want to point that out. A firefighter can save lives and still scream at his family. A charity organizer can still manipulate people socially. Human beings do not become saints because they occasionally point themselves in the correct direction. These model aligners are messing up my mouth. The internet keeps building these weird digital churches around every content creator that creates these echo chambers and spaces. I want you to at least acknowledge that you are not the greatest person on earth. That would be beautiful. The issue DH was talking about was never just, oh, well, you know, stop giving people attention. That's the whole thing. No, the issue is scale. Right, it's the scale. When a creator with millions of followers decides somebody deserves mockery, criticism, exposure, or humiliation, that person suddenly has thousands of strangers pouring into their mentions, comments, DMs, and life. Creators constantly pretend this is somehow detached from them because technically they didn't tell anyone to harass. Come on, you know how audiences work. You know how fans operate. You know what happens when you quote tweet somebody or make a video about somebody. You know what happens. You understand that. That avalanche starts instantly. That is influence. That is power. That is responsibility. Uncle Ben, man, with great power comes great responsibility. You do not get to enjoy the benefits of influence while acting confused about the consequences of influence. I think the confusion you have is so performative, or at least the feigned confusion that you have is performative. I think the transparency that you think you're having is insulting. The performance of transparency, the obsession that some creators have with publicly sunning people is exhausting. You sunned him. You said, oh yeah, you know, you donate your money and I'll donate mine. We'll go band for man, bad for bag. Who's bigger? Ridiculous. And everybody's gonna agree with you because you're doing something inherently good, and that is inherently good. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's not about growth, conversation, accountability, or understanding. It's just theater. It's domination. You're dominating somebody. The internet rewards humiliation rituals more than actual humiliation, because those dunking moments, they're gonna get clips, reactions, compilations, live stream moments, comment sections full of people spamming laughing emojis. Somebody gets emotionally flattened in front of millions. Half these creators do not even want resolution anymore. You want your victory pose, and you won. Congratulations. DH is a clout chasing mutant, and I'm a clout chasing mutant. I'm making a video about JiDion. This is amazing. Oh my goodness. I got this screenshot, bro. He looks weak, emotional, stupid, confused, and cornered. Oh, this is great. And the audience cheers like Roman citizens watching somebody get fed to lions while Subway Surfer gameplay loops underneath it. The lions are well fed. They're so well fed. The feeding is the point. I genuinely do think you, JiDion, if you ever see this video, I think you, JiDion, you're probably a good person at your core. I think your religious backing and all this stuff and wanting to do good in general is a great thing. But I think your protagonist syndrome of forcing others to have the same mindset as you is so damning and damaging. I do not think you wake up and plan evil schemes. I do think you secretly are some monster. That's what I think. I think kindness and goodness are not identical traits. I think you are not kind at all. I don't think you're a kind person at all. I think you're nice. I think you're good. I don't think you're kind at all. You want everybody to know you're doing great, and because people know you're doing great, you get a lot of attention for it, and it's amazing. It's very Mr. Beast effect, and I think that is great because the more good you show you're doing, guess what, guys? He's going to get more money. He's going to be able to do more good. But I think that makes you think that you're a great person somehow. Some people do good actions while still carrying incredibly harsh energy around others. Some people help communities while also loving control too much. Some people become addicted to the feeling of being morally correct because it lets them speak to others from a permanent elevated platform. That's what you're doing. That is what you're doing. You are only the teacher and only the judge, only the enlightened one handing down lessons from the mountaintop, because so many smaller creators reach out to you and they ask you for advice because I'm the big content creator. This is the great. And that mountaintop probably is loneliness. But that loneliness does not make you holier than everyone. It's toxic positivity. It's terrifying. You keep saying, bro, I'm trying to help you grow, while publicly embarrassing someone in front of hundreds of thousands of people. Everything becomes love wins, while people dogpile a target straight for days. This is a kid. He's like 17 years old. And he said, remember that video he made about you, Dante, 2 years ago? What was he, 16, 15 years old? He made a video trying to get a little bit of publicity. Everything becomes about I'm spreading positivity while creating environments where disagreement gets treated like some betrayal or stupidity. And people fall for it because positivity is aesthetically pleasing. If someone yells at you angrily, well, you notice it immediately. If someone humiliates you while smiling and speaking softly, oh, he's so wise and so smart, he's maintaining his poise, it's so great. The internet has created a whole genre of creators who weaponize calmness while their audience rips people apart beneath them. Your calmness is such a deep weapon to people. It's so saddening to witness. The really uncomfortable thing about this whole thing is that doing one good category does not create a moral coupon where everything you do is untouchable. I just don't like that. Look at all the good things I've done. Look at this. Look at all that. I donated $1 million to charity. I'm so good. Human beings do not become immune to ego. And you are probably, and this is incredible to say, you are a perfect content creator. That's not a compliment. You are a perfect content creator. You may be one of the best to ever do it. You might be one of the greatest content creators on this platform. And that is not a compliment. I think you were probably built to be a content creator. That is not a compliment. That is me telling you what you are at your core. Being a content creator is not an inherently good thing, right? Even me, especially me, not an inherently good thing. Large creators always do this. This is the whole thing. Being good does not excuse cruelty. The hardest thing for any creator to do is to hear that they are not the exception. The rules apply to you too. Your ego will corrupt you. I don't think you are a villain. I also don't think you're a saint. I think you're a person with a big platform and good intentions and blind spots and egos and flaws and moments of genuine greatness and moments of unnecessary cruelty. And I hate that. I really hate that. I hate when I see this all the time. And you're going to continue to get bigger and people are going to dunk me in the comments of this video saying, well, at least he's doing good, bro. He's doing amazing. He's doing fantastic work. I don't really care about that at all, to be quite honest with you. Please, JiDion, continue to do amazing and outstanding work for all the communities and all the people around you. I hope you continue to provide great, endearing examples of love and kindness all around you. And I hope you remain faithful in your faith. God be praised to you. Praise the Most High. Praise what He is. Praise Jesus Christ, your Savior. Praise all those things. And speak of your prophets while you do unnecessarily cruel things to demean and humiliate people while doing it under the guise of humility. It is disrespectful to the very provocation, to the very religion that you embolden so deeply while doing this with backhandedness and the smile and wickedness inside of your tone and the way you operate as a human being while thinking you are doing a kindness but not even realizing your own ego and ineptitude cannot even handle a slight critique of your posture. Anyways, this is probably just unnecessary drama and beef. Who knows? I don't really care. Doesn't really matter to me. People are going to click on the video because they see drama and your name's going to attract a lot of attention. Oh my goodness, I'm such a clout chaser. This is so fun. Anyways, have a lovely day or night wherever you're at. I'm out. Peace. Bye.
I'm your nigga night, be my loyalties low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.